Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Steph Rich Parker and I hope everyone is doing well out in the cleaning streets. So far so good for me this year, and I wanted just to pop in to create another quick video for you guys. So usually in my videos, I try to be super upbeat. I want to talk about, how we can create systems and automations, to make our businesses run better and how we can go above and beyond to please our clients. And I think all of that is good. All of that you need in any business, especially the cleaning business. But in today's video, I want to talk about 5 clients you should avoid. Well, scratch. Let me rephrase. So in today's video, we're going to talk about 5 clients that I avoid. Let's go. One thing that I quickly learned in my cleaning business is that all clients aren't good clients, just like all money ain't good money. And so that's really why I wanted to create this video, because I've had my challenges over the last couple of years trying to really figure out which customers I really want to target, which is good, but I also kind of figured out which type of clients I also want to avoid, which is also good too, because having clients that don't really work for your business really can hurt your business from a revenue perspective, from a time perspective. So as you're kind of going through your business, it's good for you to identify certain customers that you want to avoid. Okay, so number 1 for me of clients that I avoid are price negotiators and clients that are cheap. These are the type of clients where you tell them the price and then they'll tell you what they want to pay. So for example, if I just tell a client, sir, that'll be $150, and they'll say, oh, well, I'll give you $99. This isn't a negotiation. Like, this is my price. Either you want to use my services at that price or you don't. So I really don't deal with those type of customers. And in the past I had, like when I didn't know any better, but those customers are usually the worst. Like, you try to negotiate or give them a deal and nothing you do is going to satisfy them. They're going to be super picky. It's going to be super hard to satisfy them, even though you gave them a deal or they paid less money than what you really wanted to charge. So when it comes to people who don't respect my price, I move on. Okay, the second type of client I avoid are what I call time suckers. Okay, time suckers can come in a variety of different ways, right? Like, one time sucker that I try to avoid, these are people who will keep you on the phone for almost a half an hour, asking you question after question after question, and they really don't have any intent to buy. And so they kind of just suck all your time out of you, and you don't really result in a purchase. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some customers that legit have questions, and me and my staff are there to answer all the questions, but you will find customers that will legit email you back and forth 10 to 15 times and they don't want anything, or they will call you on the phone multiple times and they don't want anything. So you really have to identify those people who will really suck the life out of you and really not purchase. Another form of time suckers are people who may purchase, and they purchase at a very low dollar amount, but they may ask for extra things that can suck time away from the cleaner. So the cleaner is there and they bought a very low cleaning package deal that maybe should only take the cleaner 2 hours or 2.5 hours, and then they'll ask for extra things that can really suck time away from the cleaner and can really cost the company money. So be careful of those time suckers. Okay, other customers I avoid are who is the manager customer. Okay, so here's what I think about this. So I've had customers, and before the cleaning even starts and before they even purchase, they want to know, well, who is the manager in charge in case something goes wrong? I don't really like that. I try to avoid those customers because they're already anticipating something is going to go wrong, and they want to have the manager, the supervisor, the owner, they want to have all that information so that they can be armed if something goes wrong. And I find that a lot of these people, any little thing could go wrong, and they'll want to talk to the manager in hopes to get a refund and all this stuff. So when people call, or if I get that vibe, or if my assistant gets that vibe of who is the manager before we even start the clean, I try to avoid them. Another customer that I avoid are the customers that can never find a cleaning service. The ones that are never satisfied with any cleaning service. So I had a client call me not that long ago, and she said that she went through like 5 or 6 cleaning services, and none of them were good. They all were bad. And I was like, well, really? Like, how so? Like, what was the reason? Because there are some cleaning services that aren't good. So that's fair game. And when I was talking to this client, I realized that nothing was gonna please this woman, like nothing, because some of the things that, you know, she was like upset about was just certain things that just may happen this from a cleaning service. Like, for example, you know, she was like, well, I hired a cleaning service at 9 and they showed up at, you know, 9:10. Like, you know, certain things like that happen. Like, there could be traffic, there could be delays. Now, hopefully that cleaning service, you know, communicated with her, but that happens too in my cleaning service sometimes. You know, I'll send a client a message and say, hey, you know, we're running a little bit behind, or there's traffic, or there's rain. We may be 5 minutes late. To me, like, you have to, like, I need clients that have a little flexibility when it comes to things like that. And then for her, she also wanted, you know, she was kind of upset that the cleaners didn't move a lot of her furniture to clean. We don't do that. Like, in my cleaning service, that's a huge liability. Like, my cleaners, they're not going to be moving heavy furniture because one, they can hurt themselves, or one, they can break the furniture. And, you know, she was upset that the other cleaning service didn't do that. And, I just told her, I don't think we're the cleaning service for you, because she was just going to be too hard to please. And those customers that are too hard to please, I just leave them alone. Okay. One of the other kind of customers that it boggles my mind, but this is giving me all types of red flags. Secretive customers. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but I've had clients that are secretive. Like, I'll try to, like, me or my assistant, we'll try to ask questions to get more information about the home, more information about where they live and all of this, and they don't want to tell us. It's just like, ma'am, where do you live? Well, I don't want to tell you where I live. Okay, well, we kind of have to know that, because you may live in an area that we don't service, okay? So they don't want to tell you where they live, or even about where they live, like an area, vicinity. So that's kind of strange. Or we ask about the home, like certain questions about the home, they don't want to tell you. It's just like, well, you're asking about pricing, you want us to kind of give you an idea of how much cleaning you may need. We kind of have to understand what you have going on in your house. And they're very secretive. And another thing for me is that I get credit card information before going out to a customer's home to ensure that we're going to have funds. And a lot of people don't want to tell me their credit card information, which is okay, because some people may not want to give a total stranger their credit card information over the phone. And I'll say like, oh, okay, you don't have to tell it to me, but you can go online and then you could do it. It's super safe. It's all that stuff. We have everything in place that nothing's going to happen to your credit card. And it's a total secret. Like they don't want us to know anything about where they live, their credit card information. They only want to pay in cash, which we don't deal with. And to me, those people, they're just not worth it, because when you go to their house, it's going to be another pain that you're going to have to deal with. So I try to avoid those super secretive people altogether. Okay, here's a bonus 6 type of customer, oh God, that I try to avoid. Now, y'all don't come for me when I say this, but it's family. And I hate to say that, because it's not like, family is bad or my family is bad. It's not that at all. But I think let me speak for me. When I do business, and the kind of conversation that I have for business is different than the type of conversation and relationship that I have with family. And I don't really want to blur the lines, because when I'm talking to a customer, I'm talking facts, I'm talking numbers, and I'm giving them my prices. And I expect a customer to pay me for my services. And I think sometimes when it comes to family, it could be more of a hookup type of a thing. Like, hook me up with some cleaning. No, I don't really hook people up with cleaning. Like, I have a service. If you want to purchase that would be great. Now, don't get me wrong. There are certain things I may be able to do, but I can't do it at the expense of the business, to where if I send, a cleaner to your house, that I essentially don't make any money and I'm giving cleaning away for free. So you can't really bank on family to support your business, because again, that's more support, and you don't really want support. You want customers that are going to pay your full price every time. And a lot of family members won't do that, especially if you are pricing more at the top of the market. They're definitely not going to want to do that. And I have really competitive rates, and I think I may be priced at about average or maybe a little bit above average than other cleaning services. And I want to be able to keep that same price point across the board. And a lot of times family, they don't want to pay. And a lot of times if they do pay, they're going to want more than what you have to offer for that price point. If that makes sense. So, we've given, some of our family some pricing information, and they, they weren't really happy with it. So, I try to avoid it if I can. Again, no shade. Don't come for me. That's just my opinion. So, are there any type of clients that you guys avoid? These are just some of mine that kind of came up off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more. So, let me know below what you think of any clients you guys try to avoid. Thanks so much, guys, again for watching my video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff, and I'll be back again with another video. Bye.